So you already know two other farming methods for legend level and combat XP in Dying Light 2. I've made two videos and I'll leave them at the end of this video if you want to check them out. But first let me show you a new way during the good luck good night event, or good night good luck, I always get it mixed up. So because they put a script in that makes volatiles a lot harder to kill, and they're technically one of the more reliable ways to get legend level XP, farming XP in Dying Light 2 is harder because of that. Now this is just during the event. So they put a script in that requires about 5 to 6 hits on a volatile before you can actually kill them. And this is just because they wanted to make the knights more dangerous and just harder, which I think they did a great job, by the way. However, it does make leveling up a lot more difficult. So I'm going to quickly show you a farming method that works really well. Now I'm not going to claim that this works the best, because some of my other past videos where I showed you locations for farming legend level XP are going to be better, but this is just one that a member pointed out in the Discord server and I thought it was worth sharing. So thank you Angels for showing this in the tips and tricks channel in Discord. It really helps. If any of you have tips and tricks, feel free to let me know in the tips and tricks channel in Discord, and I might make a video about it and give you a shout out. Now a lot of the gear you will be needing for this is going to either be UV bars, and you probably need a lot of them, especially because of how dangerous volatiles are during this current event, and that might change when the event ends, so this might not stick. And if there are any updates, I'll leave a pinned comment down below so you know if things have changed. Now having a UV flashlight is also going to help, but not quite necessary. Having high damage weapons is also ideal, but again, as long as you can kill them in about 6 to 7 shots, you'll be okay. Lich weapons on average take 1 less shot than regular weapons do, especially if they're high damage and fully upgraded, so they do have a slight edge, but not as much as they used to. Having high level gear that has a high tolerance towards incoming damage from infected is going to be very necessary. I have made a video on what gear you need to use in order to have a high damage tolerance towards the infected. I'll leave a link in the top right in the cards. But ultimately, if you can increase this stat to as high as possible, then the better. Now having toughness boosters, regen boosters, muscle boosters, and even stamina boosters are going to help a lot. But if you're going to go without some of these, I would definitely recommend at least having toughness and regen boosters. Muscle boosters will be helpful, especially when you're fighting against volatiles, but again, this might change depending on what event you're in and if they take out the script that requires more hits to kill volatiles. It all just depends. So run a couple tests and just see what works. As for location, you're going to be in the Trinity area right over here. This is where one of your first stashes are in the game, and there's going to be a bridge right here. This is where most of the action is going to happen. At nighttime, basically you'll be able to find volatiles all around these areas, through these vents and along the top of the buildings here, which will essentially start a chase. And all you do is you're going to be running to this bridge so that you can concentrate all the enemies into one area. And that's really the most there is to it. So at nighttime, what's nice is having this safe zone. So in case you run out of active boosters, you can quickly jump into it and reset your boosters so that you don't have to die, and the volatiles won't be able to chase you into the safe zone. Then when you're done, you can still whack them from inside the safe zone. So it's a good fallback in case you run into trouble. And ultimately, it's just running back and forth along this bridge and killing volatiles. Now what I like to do is to make sure I have at least one volatile left so I don't kill him. Then I run along the roof a little bit so that I can attract more volatiles and get back to the bridge. The reason being is because I don't want my level 4 chase to end, and by killing the last volatile, I'm increasing the chance for the chase to end because there are no more volatiles to keep the chase going. So it's in my experience that if you leave one volatile alive, run along the buildings for a little bit and then come back to the bridge when you've accumulated more of them, and you'll be able to keep farming these volatiles and your combat and legend level XP.
And keep in mind, this will apply to pretty much any other XP farm video that I've done in the past. So don't just limit it to this location.
If this video is helpful, consider leaving a like, that'd be appreciated. Subscribe and stick around. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.